and gentlemen, make a lot of noise for Mr. Sid Singh.
Guys, how do you know that I am a human being? What a great palette. Guys, I'm so happy to be here. Give it up for yourselves, man. This is awesome. I moved to California. This is my first time back, and New York is just better because my parents are not in New York. That is the main reason. I've been hanging out with my dad a lot because I'm real cool, and he sat me down recently, and we had this real conversation where he goes, listen, I want you to know I would sell my house if it helped you quit comedy and go to law school. Yeah. Because you might be 31, but you're still my son, damn it. And that's when I realized, like, my father is an amazing father, but he's a terrible dad. You know? Because that's a great sacrifice to make, no matter how old I am. But on the other hand, I'm 26, you guys. So, he wasn't even close. Like, I give him props for being brave enough to try, but try harder, right? Just a little. I'm just saying, if you want to remember how old I am, all you have to do is remember you were there when it happened. That's it. I don't know. He is the type of guy, though. He would always, like, try to say the right thing. He would just never really tailor it for me, if that makes sense. Like, he and my mom would fight a lot when I was younger, and then he'd come up to me afterwards like, don't worry, no matter how much we fight, we'll never get a divorce. We would never do that to you. Yeah. But here's the thing, even as a child, I knew if your parents get a divorce, that is not your fault. But if your parents stay in a terrible marriage for you, that is your fault. That is 100% on you. If you have a brother, 50-50, but otherwise, that's... I'm just saying, who deserves therapy more? The kid with 2 birthday parties every year? Or the kid with 1 really stressful birthday party? I'm just saying, the kid who has to make, like, a really important decision before he blows out his candles, he should get to talk to someone, that's all. Sometimes the jokes get sad. All right. Oh, man. It is nice to be here, man. I got some big news to share with you guys. Guys, I'm getting married soon. That's nice. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. My grandma told me so that was nice. It was very kind of her. You've seen my face. You get it, right? I appreciated the heads up. No, this is true, though. She sat me down and she was like, listen, I want you to know it is time you found your soulmate, so I am going to find her for you. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and based on the answers to those questions, I am going to find your soulmate. So guys, these are the real questions my grandma asked me in order to do that. Question 1, do you want her to be educated? And I said yes, because how scary would it have been if I said no? She went, all right, question 2. Guys, this is question 2. Do you want her to have long hair? To which I replied, how is that question 2? And this is why, you guys, this is why that was question 2, because this was question 3. Question 3, you guys. There was no question 3, you guys. Those were the only 2 questions my grandma asked me, and she's like, well, I have all I need to know. You know what I think happened? I think what happened is my grandma only knows 2 educated women, and one of them got a haircut. I think that is what happened. I wish I told her the truth, though, you know, which is I am 26, and there's just no way. Like, I'm 26, I can't get married. The only thing I should be doing is getting divorced, you know? Like, 26 is the best age to get divorced. Because if you're going to lose half your stuff, the best time to do it is when you got terrible stuff. Just like, oh, you want half of my stuff? All right. Do you want my roommate's Netflix account? Or my mother's Netflix account, because you get one. I am trying a little bit. Like, I was on tour in Scotland recently, and I got to go out with this girl. and it was going really well until the middle of the date when I found out she was 19 years old, which is so gross. And I think the worst part, not only was she 19, but like, she was 19 the whole time, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't hide it, she just kept giving me all these clues that I wasn't picking up on, you know? She'd give me all these clues like, oh my god, I have never seen the original Star Wars trilogy, you know? Or like, oh my god, I turned 20 in November. Like, she'd give me all these clues. And it just wasn't quite picking up on it. Just needed a little more, you know? Oh man. Sometimes I say when I was a 19-year-old, people cheer because they're gross. But I do feel like 26 is probably the worst age to date a 19-year-old, you know? Because when you're 19 and you're dating a 19-year-old, like, you're too stupid to realize that all her problems are stupid, right? And when you're 30 and up and you're dating a 19-year-old, you're too old to care that all her problems are stupid. But when you're 26 dating a 19-year-old, you're too busy freaking out that you still have most of her problems. Like the whole day you're like, yeah, I'll never pay off my student debt either. Order your entree, like that's... I don't know. I went for it anyway, because don't judge me, and we get back to the room I'm staying in. Shut up, it is what it is, come on. It is what it is, it is what it is. We get to the room, and she goes, listen, I didn't tell you this before, but I have a boyfriend. I can't do this. Can we just be friends? Yeah, can we just be friends? And I was like, no, you're 19 years old. It is so gross trying to date a 19-year-old, but you know what's grosser? Being friends with a 19-year-old. That's so much worse. 19-year-olds are terrible friends. Guys, do you know who's a better friend than a 19-year-old? Loneliness. Loneliness is a much better friend. I highly recommend it. Loneliness will never make you read Harry Potter fan fiction. That's just a fact. I wanted you to know it. I wasted a lot of time. What if Harry played basketball? That wasn't one of them, but I think that should have been... I'd read that one. I don't know. It's nice being back in New York, man. But there is something, I lived here for 4 years. There's something I couldn't figure out. Maybe you guys can help me answer this. It's very important to me. Very important. We can all agree, if you have sex with one woman, you are no longer a virgin, right? We can agree with this? Simple enough premise? Yeah, you get it. This guy immediately gets it. Guys, here's a question I'm still trying to figure out, though. It's very important to me. The question is, how many women do I have to sleep with until I no longer look like a virgin, you guys? Because it's not one. And it is not two. It might be 3. I don't know yet. We will cross that bridge when we get there. Sometimes people give me shit for that, but I have my reasoning. You know, you have to understand. You have to remember, my father got an arranged marriage, right? And his father got an arranged marriage, and his father got an arranged marriage. So when I slept with girl number 2, I became my family's Wilt Chamberlain, you guys. Holy crap. Breaking records all day. I slept with girl number 2, and I became the greatest Casanova my family has known in 1,000 years. Yeah. The last member of my family to sleep with 2 women had to wait for the first one to die. So I think I'm doing okay. Guys, I'm Sid Singh. Have a nice time. Peace.